Hello, hello. Hello, everyone. How's it going? How are you? Okay. I have 3 okays. I got the okay for the one thing. Am I quieter than usual? Probably. There we go. Thank you. Yeah, there's one particular app, I think, that can change my mic settings. And I have to use it approximately once a week. So, doing pretty well. Booted up Flagbird today and got 2 wins in a row. Nice. What were you playing? Are you playing the new hotness? The new, you know, the new hotness Aura XL reflected degeneracy? That shit feels so broken. One of those was the most free win of all time. What was it? Was it 70 time walks? Dead branch time walks? Or not dead branch, what's the other one? Spoon? Not specifying what Ascension... Yeah, clearly. Because I think Poi plays on Ascension 0, clearly. Obviously. Act 1 Frozen Egg, Bottle Flame, and Bottle Tornado. I mean, that seems like, yeah, the freest shit I've ever seen in my life. What did you Bottle Tornado, though? I imagine Flame was command. I would imagine. I would wager a guess. Bro, I'm so tired. I'm so tired, bro. Bro, I just want to sleep, bro. Please. Please just let me sleep. Orexel ended up being a pull stick with Tiara and Pyramid. Interesting. That's fair. Yeah, I guess, like, still bottled Orexel is, you know, quite good. Turn 1, you get like a draw engine open. Bottled creative AI and note for yourself, obviously. Clearly. Oh fuck, my Discord is not updating. That's really interesting. I need to let my VTRPG friends know that I'm gonna be late. Because we strimmin'. I mean, I'm not gonna tell them because I'm strimmin', but probably, yeah. Holy, what the fuck is this? Okay. Anyways. Just stream TTRPG? Absolutely not. The second win was pretty belabored, but not too bad. Just happy I made it through a 4 Elite and 1 Bonfire Act 1. That's pretty wild. I mean, that would definitely be, you know, a powerful... Probably give you a powerful start. What'd you end up, like, drafting? Or was it just stuff? Flag bearer pile of shit. Because that's what it usually ends up being. Alright. I'm gonna switch screens. Hello. Welcome. Orange pellets or Excel pile? Fair. Where is it? This one. Yeah. Do I need to fix that? Should that be fixed? It doesn't have to be fixed, right? Like, it's probably fine. Like, it's fine. It's fine to win. I'm wondering if Reflect should be a rare. It's like Panacea is an uncommon, but it's a colorless card. But yeah. I don't know, man. Just seems really good. It's fine though. Like, it's a win con. It's probably, you know, is what it is. Okay. Suppose we can get started. Probably should get started, right? I think it might actually be more haste that could be nerfed. Haste. How so? And then we'll hop into playing whatever this is. Back to beta version haste. Make it a banner magic. Ooh. Make haste a banner magic. It's fucking Jover. I don't think that'd be super great. So eepy. Haste with Paradox. Paradox? Really? I mean... Oof. The problem is that, like, haste is definitely supposed to be one of the zero cost, like, you can pick it up again with retrace and stuff. That was a joke idea. I mean, yeah. Yeah, I don't know. It's a little unfortunate. I feel like. I think the problem is that Orexel is already, like, insane by itself. Like, Orexel remains probably one of the nuttiest auras. Easiest aura. But it is also, you know, the floor was raised, or lowered? The floor was raised on the card. I don't know if I'm using these correctly, but Reflect is fine. It's problematic with haste. I still pick up the first copy on occasion. Of what? Haste? Thing is, like, what would haste be? 1, 2? That seems really fucking bad. Maybe haste would be like 2, and then the upgrade removes the time sickness. Oh, first copy of Orexel I always see goes in the deck. Yeah, it's still pretty, like, auto-picky. Because it's just too good. Unfortunately, you know, that just be how it do. Okay, but we are not here to talk about Flagbearer. We're here to play a mod. Now, interestingly, this is Rosmontis. She is a cat. I have this unit in Arknights. She cute. Good unit. Very pog. It's on X draw power? Yeah. So can't really, like, do much about that one, you know what I mean? That starting relic sure is something. Yeah! Needs more booba, but I guess it's fine. Sheesh. Yeah, so Rosmontis is, I think, one of my favorite character archetypes, which is that she is a walking artillery platform who just railguns things at people, which is really cool. She was a limited unit in Arknights, I think. She still has more booba than you. What the fuck is that supposed to mean? Huh? Is that a real comment? How? She has nothing. There's literally nothing. And I have something, which means that it's different. What the fuck? Literally delusional. Alright. So anyways. Yeah, Dark Embrace and Reshtown are the same. Yeah. Yeah, literally nothing. So she has more than you. What? What does that mean? What does that mean? Do I have negative? Like, is that the conceit here? Is that I have negative? What the fuck? What the fuck? Alright. Just gonna ban all of you after this stream. Okay, yeah, so my understanding is that this character is probably gonna be like, wow, do a lot of attacks. Do big attack, big wow, big attack. There was another mod I actually wanted to look at today, but I decided not to because this is not at the regular time. And also, I already have one planned for next week, so I'm like, damn, I'm gonna have to... I'm planning into the future, that's crazy. So the one that I want to play isn't for, like, 2 weeks. Well, not necessarily want to play, but that I was actually moderately interested in. I vibe checked it and everything. It seemed pretty cool. Okay. So yeah, this one, I noticed that she has very, very low HP. I'm assuming this is to support the idea that she does a lot of damage, but can die very easily. I kind of question the concept of going too far away from the starting life totals, just because I wonder about... There was two mechanisms that came to mind. The first one is resting, heals by percentage. And how does the starting HP relate to their heuristics on enemies dealing damage in the, like, you know, early games and stuff? That HP is as low as the immortal. Yeah, so, you know, I recognize that probably the reason why they did this was because, like, this character does a lot of damage, so it's kind of supposed to be, like, the kind of glass cannon thing, but, you know, we'll see if it's able to do that, because low actual HP is, like, kind of hard to justify. Like, you take a lot of damage in Slay the Spire, so that is, again... Messing with HP, messing with healing, messing with all of those things is always, like, a big question mark for me, so I'm not sure. And we'll figure it out. As you can see by reading the, you know, the relic, every time you play an attack card, you deal 3 damage to all enemies. Now, I did read that and then basically went, like, this is very unlikely that this character is, like, balanced. But it seems like a cool concept, so, like, let's just look at it. Basically getting an AoE flurry of blows every time you attack is, like, really... Like, that's quite good. I am aware that this is, effectively what Rosmontis' passive is anyways, so whenever she attacks, she does, like, AoE and stuff. A pulse every attack, yeah, it's quite strong. But, you know, I just wanted to, like, acknowledge that so that we can move on from it, because obviously this is, like, rather powerful. I don't even know if it would be, like, maybe after, like, 3 attacks, like, X amount of attacks could be, like, a good triggering method or something like that, which you would want the reference against, like, how many attacks you're expecting them to play. I would assume that if you had an after X attacks triggering method, then, like, you would probably help the character to... You could create a system where, like, the character's attacks and stuff have to do with that core mechanic. I will say that oftentimes characters need these kinds of things in order to, like, function on their... or to, like, deliver on their core promise of, like, what the gameplay is. But I do find it a little unfortunate because I know a heuristic that was used by another designer was that relics are just kind of like cantrips. You know what I mean? Like, they're not super powerful or, like, inherently, like, define the gameplay of the character. They're just kind of, like, fine. You know what I mean? So, like, these are good. The starting relics are good. But they don't, like, define the gameplay of the character. So oftentimes when you have a relic that is very defining of the character, it's kind of hard. I know I struggled with this definitely for sure when I was looking at, like, what Mystical Banner is supposed to do. And I've looked at different ideas of, you know, again, what this does. I personally think the character is playable without this. And yeah, basically, like, this seems like it's probably going to be very integral to this character. It's very powerful. I might wonder about this. There was one other note I wanted to make before we started, because I looked at the cards. Where was it? So, I looked at this card. Now, I don't know how you make this card, what the purpose of this card is, or it's what, you know, whatever. And I was actually trying to grapple with the idea that this card says each play has a 10% chance to stun the target. Now, I know that this is one of Rosmontis' abilities, and I think it overlaps with the fact that if you attack a lot, then there's, like, a chance that you can stun the target. Now, this card bothered me a little bit, right? Now, again, I don't know how you make this card. It's very likely that you're supposed to play this card and, like, win the game. Like, it's a 3-cost power, you know, whatever. But I was trying to figure out what my friction with this card was, and I think... And part of that friction comes from, like, understanding what the character actually is. So, this is another character who, like, I understand what this character does in their source material. So, I know that this character has, like, multi-hit passives and, like each attack attacks twice, and, like, attacks make AoEs and stuff. So, like, that creates a core gameplay for us to understand what the character is supposed to do. Unfortunately, the thing in the source material is that Arknights is a tower defense game. So, I don't remember if this is, like, fully lifted from Arknights or not, or if they changed the percentage stun chance. But, like, stunning in this game is exceptionally more powerful than it is in Arknights. And also that Arknights, being a tower defense game, means that it has damage over time. And then, like, percentages are capable of being whittled down to averages. Like, averages work really well in a tower defense game because there's a lot of attacks that happen over the course of the stage in a very consistent manner. The thing about percentages in Slay the Spire is that generally each card play, like, matters a lot. So you can think of, like, the time where you need the system to respond to how useful a particular card is. It's like between each card play, you want to sort of, like, know what that thing does. So I think that's why I have friction with, like, percentage-based cards oftentimes, or, like, percent chance cards in specifically Slay the Spire, because there's, like, this kind of, like, you care about each card play. And specifically with this one, it's that, like, the games are very different. So, like, percentages can be facilitated a lot more easily in a tower defense game, whereas in a turn-based game, you sort of need effects to happen immediately because each card play matters. So, yeah. Yeah, it's not once every 10 attacks, it's a 1 in 10 dice roll. Even balance issues aside, those random chances are not good for Spire. Yeah, so it's like Spire, again, is a very, like, you need cards to do things or enemies kill you. Like, it is a very volatile game where you need your cards to, like, do things consistently. STS has almost exclusively input randomness. What does that mean? Input, as in, like, inputs are random? Or, I'm not sure. Like, by input randomness, do you mean, like, deck shuffling? Or, don't know if I've heard the term. Oh, yeah, okay. So, yeah, this is... Yeah, because output randomness is like dice rolling and input randomness. Okay, I just had like different terms for this. Yeah, so input randomness is like shuffling the deck. Typically, input randomness has to do with mechanisms or game mechanisms, which is often why people who like card games, is because input randomness allows you to get options and then select paths. And then, you know, colors like blue or drawing cards, for example, have to do with manipulating input randomness, which can be seen as like a player skill. Yeah, output randomness is like rolling dice in D&D, and then you just kind of like get a result and you have to deal with it. Where the way that a player deals with output randomness is simply you just try your best to do an action, and then like it works or it doesn't work. Yeah, output randomness is all the like card creation things, like the random card creation stuffs. Yeah. So anyways, I just wanted to talk about that because I acknowledge that this character is probably not balanced, but when I was reading the cards and got to this one, I tried not to read too much further ahead. Or when I was vetting it, I think I had the interesting realization that like this was an interesting card to look at because of the fact that like I totally know where they're coming from with this card, but incidentally it seems like it wouldn't work by design in Slay the Spire, right? And I think this is something people don't acknowledge a lot, where like the design of the game you're making actually kind of dictates like how you structure mechanics. In the sense that, like, what would be a good example? This is obviously a good example, but things like DPS averages work a lot better for games that have 50-minute raids, whereas, like, you know, games that are played for, like, 3 turns don't care about, like, the long scale of combat. Yeah, so like the way that Final Fantasy handles backstabs are going to be different than the way that Dark Souls handles backstabs. They're like the same mechanic and effectively trying to do the same thing, but like you don't backstab a boss in Final Fantasy 14 and then instantly kill it. Yeah. Okay. That's probably not the best example ever, but anyways, the point is that design is very dependent on a lot of factors. I love when I talk about design and then it's like, here's the most vague shit possible, trust me. I love it. But yeah, we're gonna play this. We're gonna hopefully have some fun. I'm excited. I like Rosmontis. She's very cute. Head pat the Rosmontis. You can join me in head patting Rosmontis. You can argue card draw cards have some element of output randomness, but it's to a lesser degree. Well, yeah, the thing is, it's like classifying between output and input randomness is like not as important as what those functions actually do, right? DPS averages don't matter if 100% uptime isn't a given either. Yeah, you can utilize DPS averages in something like an MMORPG still to like if you're creating a burn, like an aspect of the boss where burn is a thing, and let's say like you know that players do this much damage, and then they're gonna get like a minute to wail on the boss in a burn cycle, and then you go, okay, well I need them to do this much damage at the end, and they do this much damage outside of burn. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have a damage modifier for when the boss is in its burn cycle so that they do more damage. So something like, I think Final Fantasy XIV has like burst skills or something. So it's like the number for burst skills amplifying your damage is likely based on an additional amount of HP that they added at the end that they calculated based on knowing what average DPS is for what the gear is you'll have at that point in time. Or like you can relate all of those things. Yeah, and I would argue that, like, it's not that bowguns are OP, it's that, like, the gameplay style of someone who wants to fire at range, like, the opportunity cost of playing a ranged weapon is that you're supposed to, like, be vulnerable. So, heavy rolling, for example, in Monster Hunter World was supposed to be a disadvantage because it would make it harder to, like, dodge well in close range. I'm not talking about what the results are here, because you're going to claim that, like, well, skilled bowgunners can roll everything and, like, block everything. Like, that's not the point. So, yeah, if you look at it... Yeah, man, you got it. Who will let this lost child into the Spire? I don't know. Some guy. User who made it is in the description. So yeah, the opportunity cost of being at range is that you're vulnerable, or like you die more easily. That's generally the conceit. But the trade-off is that like you get very high uptime on damage. Because you don't have to like dodge things. So I would assume that the game designers understand that bowguns' average DPS is likely or mostly uninterrupted. So they, you know, do stuff about how much damage bowguns do in relation to understanding that concept. Who knows, though? Maybe they're a bunch of clowns. Don't even have range attacks to threaten bowguns. These are all claims without any nuance, so I'm going to stop responding to them. So, okay. What do we got in the deck? So this has 9 cards in it. Unique. Every third attack played each turn is played twice. Oh, they literally do have a 3-hit passive. But you need to get it first. That's so interesting. Okay. Unique effect. The ability possessed by this keyword is unique. Cannot be obtained again when there are existing abilities with the same name. Very interesting. That might have been a good way to word particular things. Okay. What the fuck? This is very silly. What a silly card. Very silly. Not much to say about that one. It's simply very silly. At least the strikes are at 5. That's something. Oh, yeah, they are slightly nerfed, aren't they? So when you use 3 strikes, you do this, and then you do 3 damage to everything. That's kind of interesting. Oh wait, no, that's not how this works at all. Whenever you attack, it already... These are all attack for 8. Stone Calendar, the card. Yeah, the strikes are still 8 damage. Okay. Let's just whack things. Bonk. Oh wait, it has the animations and stuff too. That's so cute. Rosmontis is very cute. Oh, it goes down by 1 each turn, even in the deck. That's actually kind of cool. I mean, we definitely talked about why that's funny, but I wish they had the pillars come down. That would have been cool. It's unfortunately probably difficult for the same reason why it is difficult to do that for Flag Bearer. Innate bugs. Oh, it has innate? Oh, interesting. Yeah, I guess you don't actually start with it in your hand, huh? I didn't say it put them in line, just that at least they're nerfed a little bit. Yeah, for sure. It was just an observation that, oh, it's interesting that this still kind of doesn't fully compensate for how this works. Yeah, exactly. There are like slight differences in all of those things. The concern would be mostly like what kind of gameplay does it make, and then like is this like if you want the gameplay to be intact, you would want it to be balanced to the heuristics of the game, right? So that you don't just blow everything up. The interesting thing about this relic is actually that like AoE damage is surprisingly not that relevant. It's very relevant when it is good. So that's kind of the problem with like having the AoE on this card, right? Or not card, this relic. Is that like because you have an easy way, it's the reason why Mercurial Hourglass is like quite good. Because you would think like, oh, 3 damage every turn is like a little mopey. When you compare it to like Hexaghost has like what, 200 HP something, so like 3 damage every turn to Hexaghost like really doesn't do anything. But when you consider how it like shaves HP off of like any of the AoE encounters, yeah, when it's relevant, it's very relevant. The interesting thing to me is that like it seems like the cards for the base characters acknowledge that. So cards like the AoE cards for people like Ironclad they're not much different than the other cards. Like Ironclad's AoE does 8, right? I think. Or like that's a decent number, right? Let me actually double check this. I'm curious now because I think I made this observation before, but it's kind of like the AoE cards are surprisingly not that different. Yeah, so this is 8 to everybody. And then, yeah, so that's like damage per energy of 8. And this is like damage per energy of 9. Right? So, I guess to me, they are quite different. Like, they still are different. Right? Like, this deals, I guess this is 6 damage per energy with 2 weaken, right? But, like, even if you compare that, right? Like, this doesn't say... I still don't think they would print 8 damage 1 week. Maybe, or 8 damage 2 week. That doesn't make sense either. I don't know what I'm trying to say here. But it's not that different. You can still play this as a single target card. That's what I'm saying. I guess like you could compare it to Iron Wave, where Iron Wave is like, this is 10 total stats, this is 8. It's like the difference of 2 stats. Welcome, Dash. How's it going? Deal 10 damage, then deal half the true damage bypassing block. So, deal 10 and then 5 true damage? Does this count as attacking twice? When you play an attack card. Okay. Gain 5 block, deal damage equal to your current block. Huh. I'm really curious why she has this. Does she have like a block archetype or something? Divine Reckoning being 7, 14 if you have time to make a coffee, which Flagbearer does often have. Yeah, I think I personally value 2x scaling, like, a lot. Yeah. On Flagbearer because inspiration is very powerful. Yeah, hi Dash. I said hi. How's it going? So I think the interesting thing about balancing cards for Flagbearer when now I'm talking about Flagbearer. Stop making me talk about Flagbearer. That's a joke, by the way. You can keep bothering me. But one of the things that I thought about a lot was like how inspiration is very was supposed to be pretty easily accessible through like Auramite and stuff like that. So I wanted to be careful. I wanted to include multi-hit cards, but I wanted to be careful about acknowledging that if a card is like 2x scaling, then I need to like adjust the base damage, which is why a lot of the cards read like they're underpowered. Okay. Exhaust is supposed to be at the bottom. I think I actually noticed this on all of the cards, but exhaust is supposed to be at the bottom for all of these cards. All these cards are at the bottom. Gain quick block based on the number of enemies. What is quick block? Oh, quick block is a 0-cost card. Gain 2 layers of plated armor. So you get 1 quick block per person, which gives you 2 plated armor. This card has exhaust, but it scales against multiple enemies. Thumbs up, new music pog. This one's been here. Yeah, Chestnut Whale does some sick shit. Yeah, so there's like 2x scaling, 3x, 4x, and then Pillars is 7 billion x, and then Feathers is like 6x. I think 5, 6. So, which one do I take? This card seems very underwhelming. Like 50 damage for 2. Half of it is true damage. It's probably fine. Ooh, yeah, and technically this upgrade is 6. Because you get +4 than half. That's neat. So it's 21. So it's 15 upgrades to 21. Yeah, this card is basically like good for mob combat. If I happen to draw it versus versus the one bots, but that's probably not gonna happen. Let's just take this one. Sorry, I'm gonna hurry up. I've been ranting a lot for yeah. Mind expansion. Yeah, brain rot is however many times you stance. Excuse me. Deal 3 damage with the previous card played was an attack card, gain 1 quick attack. See, this is kind of cool. Yeah, because this synergizes with the relic, and then it also helps trigger the like 3-hit passive. Deal 15 damage, add a copy of this card to hand when killing a unit. Oh, that's kind of neat. It's like a mob killer. Emergency medical. Play immediately upon draw. Heal 4 HP cannot be upgraded. At least it's restricted, but also it's a common? Interesting. This card's probably insane. This card also seems really good. Wow, we saw literally the same cards. Add 1 mind extension to hand at the start of each turn. Wait, isn't this called mind extension? Oh, this is mind expansion. Sorry, they're different. It's a different mind X card. Add 1 infected to your draw pile. Give all enemies 2 fear, then deal 6 damage. Increases damage received by the amount of this mark. Reduces damage dealt by the amount of this mark. So this is like strength, kind of. Retain, gain 1 strength when drawn, lose 1 HP at the end of your turn. Oh. Interesting. What exactly is the difference between emergency medical and bandage in terms of gameplay? Yeah, bandage is a 0-cost skill, right? Played immediately upon drawn, heal 4 HP, can't be upgraded. I guess it's just worse bandage, right? I'm not really sure if this does anything different than bandage. I'm also not really sure. I guess this character has bandage because she has like 45 HP. I suppose that could be a justification for this. Yeah, I agree that those are the differences. I can't really think of anything meaningful though, no. I think it's more that because it's in the draft pool, it's meant to compensate for this. Like for what HP you start at. Can I buy all of these? I can't. I kind of want to get this because I'm curious to know how broken it is. It seems kind of strong. I do, interestingly, I guess it's kind of cool that what this does, right, is that like it's a curse with retain. I imagine there aren't really ways to deal with this card being in your hand, because a lot of, you know, the flavor of Arknights is that people have like terminal rock illness, where they will die and turn into a dust cloud of rocks. But they're also, you know, it's the source of Erignum powers, basically. So I like the flavor of this card. It seems like it's doing what it is supposed to be doing. So if you can't really get rid of this card, then yeah, you kind of, you know, it's neat. I kind of wonder about the fact that this doesn't have exhaust. So you get 2-3 strength. This is like deal 6 damage to everything, get 3 strength, and then put yourself on a timer. But the thing that I was going to say that's interesting about it is that this character wants to go very fast and then end the combat before they die. So this mechanism is at least trying to do that effect. Yeah. People have like rock, what? Did my mic cut out? Rock, terminal rock illness. If you use it too much, you'll lose your hand size. Oh, I didn't think about that. Yeah, that's kind of neat. So throw that. So low HP to balance out massive damage, free healing to balance out low HP. Free healing to balance out low HP. Yeah, that's kind of what I was getting at, where it's like, in order to manage a low HP pool, you want to compensate for it with healing. I still don't necessarily agree with giving easy access to healing in general in this game, but I can see where they were coming from. Okay, what am I doing? Free damage. Damage. I do damage. Big damage. Insane. In the membrane. Why does it say I can play it? I can't play it. Why is it highlighting? Playing card draw doesn't take up a slot for the turn, probably. Yeah, I actually don't know if that's how that works. Memory. Gain 2 energy next turn. Guys, let's focus! Let's go! Whoa! Focus, wow! I'm kind of curious what the purpose of that is. I guess if you have cards that have retain and then like you have this, it kind of works. Command Terminal unique. Start of your turn, heal 1 HP, gain 1 energy. We talked about an effect like this before, where kind of like free access to energy is rather strong. This is quite good. It's focus 3-4. Oh, isn't focus. No, reveal leyline is 3-4. Focus, the old card. The old card that used to be spawned by reveal leyline and used to be spawned by crystallized flow was a 1 energy generic card, which gave you 2 energy next turn. It did not gain retain. But yeah, so this seems like it'd be rather strong to get more energy. I guess healing as well. It is neat that it doesn't go down in cost. Welcome, Rance. Focus doesn't exist anymore, that's correct. But yeah, I suppose building energy could be valuable. So, I would assume that a way to build energy, or a way that you can like install or gain more energy, would imply that there are cards that you want to play which cost a lot of energy. That's kind of how I believe, like that is how Defect approaches it, with like plasma orbs and stuff. Stay good. Compared to Ironclad's energy per turn card, for example. Yeah, Ironclad's energy per turn card is like, has a downside and it's a rare. The thing is, I just don't know if this effect should be at an uncommon, like, ever. Yeah, Deva Form is like 3 a rare, and it's a form card, so like, you know. It's definitely one of those things where like, I can actually be on board with like a power that gives energy at uncommon. I just want to know why the character has it. Because energy, like healing, like all these other things, like they're pretty sacred resources. Right? I guess what's kind of interesting is that I think people get caught up in like what the base game resources are, or they make a new system that doesn't really function that well. Right? Like those are kinds of two incomplete solutions, I think. But yeah, it's kind of like, well, if I have a power, then like what am I gonna give the player? Like, what do I want to give them? It's like, well, I'll give them healing and like energy, because those already exist, right? And I'm like kind of guilty of this, not really, because I think I intentionally went into the design with it, which is that like I want to mess around with giving strength and dexterity and see how that goes, right? Because like that's what flag bearers do. Big inspiration. But yeah, it's like, so I want to give them something that does that like gives people energy, but like what is this character doing that cares about that thing, right? Like probably this, for sure. Like I could see that. But then I wonder about like how many use cases of this equal to like how many aspects of gameplay get supported by this card? Or is it just, this card is rather strong and I'm probably going to pick it because I get energy? Because 4 energy in 1 turn is very different than 3. Even if this is like, oh, well, it takes 2 turns to get your energy back on playing this, but frankly, getting 4 energy in 1 turn is a fair bit stronger than just having 3, or +1 energy in general every turn. Aura Essence gives 1 energy after a million turns when it auto-recalls. It does! That's correct! Incredible! What does this do? Oh, maybe the innate is supposed to be the upgrade. Which, I don't know if I understand why that'd be the case, because this reduces by 1 even when it's in your deck. How about this one? Innate. Every second attack. That's pretty good. Oh, I just realized that this synergizes with this card. It also synergizes with combo. That's really cool. I like that a lot. So if you go like strike combo and then play 2 of these and then get 2 quick attacks, that's like a wombo combo. I wonder how the character would play if every aura planted. Do all the powers become innate on upgrade? I wonder. We'll find out, I guess. I'm gonna wait. We're just gonna wait for touching stars to pop the fuck off. Except we're not, because I'm about to slam jam Lagavulin with combo. Damn, that feels good. See, it's so nice. It feels so nice. It's almost like Oh, maybe I was supposed to play this first. Oh well. Two fear. Oh, does it go down every turn? Oh, halves at the end of each turn. Interesting. Okay. Can I play this twice? I could do this. It's one attack. And then play combo twice. Okay. Draw 2 cards. Cannot be upgraded. See, this feels wrong. You know what I mean? Why can't it be upgraded? What is the purpose? Why take agency away from the player? I don't know if I understand. This almost reads like, draw 2 cards, I didn't know what to put on the upgrade. Didn't want to think of an upgrade that wasn't even more busted. Yeah. What is this card? There are cards that just do this, right? You know what's actually kind of interesting about this is that, like, I suppose if you want to, you know, exhaust draw 2 isn't horrendously overpowered. Yeah, I agree with that. I mean, it's dumb. Well, it's like a pretty basic, just like, I don't actually have a problem with this card, right? I think having a burst draw card is totally fine. Like, this is just cantrip, right? Like, this character's cantrip, which is fine. It's Master Strategy. Master Strategy is 3, right? So, like, a zero mana uncommon burst draw power or burst draw card is totally reasonable. I was just thinking, like, usually I think, why am I taking away agency from the player? So I like to think about things like giving the player as many options as they can have or use reasonably is oftentimes good because you don't necessarily know how players are going to approach a problem. So you, like, if you're fighting a boss in Elden Ring, you don't want to just be like, this boss cannot be interacted with magic. Like, you maybe could make it difficult for them to interact with magic, or there's reasons why it would be hard, but oftentimes you don't turn it off completely so that there's still an axis of interaction. I just realized, though, that the interesting thing about this card is that drawing 2 cards could be seen as generically quite good, if a little bit boring, and the cannot upgrade is supposed to be the opportunity cost of this card, because you would pick it without any hopes of upgrading it. The unfortunate thing is that the opportunity cost of not upgrading a card is not very high in this game. So putting this restriction doesn't really, like, change the evaluation of the card that high. Or, like, it doesn't change it that much, because, like, it's already quite a good card. I would say that a card that has, like, a mid effect that you might pick in the early game, but cannot be upgraded later, like a damage card, for example, you sort of want damage cards to scale, so you might consider picking a good damage card with the intention of upgrading it. So putting cannot be upgraded on that is kind of, like, interesting, right? The only real flaw of the card is it's kind of auto-picky. Yeah, I would say that this kind of, like, makes it hard to... I feel like seeing this is very... It's very easy to draft this card. Master Strategy is 3/4 and it's a rare. Yeah. Which, like, again, the problem with auto-pickiness isn't necessarily that... Like, seeing cards that are strong that you feel excited about isn't inherently bad, which is sort of where I placed Oryxel for a really long time. And it's why I didn't want to change it, because, like, I understood that, like, people want to be like, whoa, that's the card, and then, like, they pick it because they're excited about it, right? But I think if I'm understanding that the design intention of this card, right, is that not upgrading this card is supposed to be a large opportunity cost to this card, I think that didn't succeed, basically. because it's already good enough for what it is. And there's no like tension between whether I have to upgrade this card or not. Yeah, Master Strategy is colorless, as mentioned in the bandage versus emergency medical discussion. Yeah. So it's like, it's fine to make the things reasonable or like powerful and have them accessible to the player. I would even say that like, why does this card exist? Again, like the framing is like, why does this card exist for this character? Where I think a character that's trying to go really fast and produce a lot of attacks does care about burst draw quite a bit and burst quantity draw, because you are looking for a quantity of attacks to play as per their starting deck card. So it's like, this makes sense. Obviously drawing cards and wanting to play a lot of cards makes sense a lot of the time. But even in something like Ironclad, like, you don't need to always draw 2 cards, right? Like, Ironclad can sometimes boast, like, very powerful, like, 3-card turns, and then he doesn't have to draw more cards. So I would say that this card might even look weird on Ironclad, for example. Doesn't mean that it doesn't exist, because they have, like, Offering. But yeah, some thoughts on that. Yeah, what if Light Beam didn't upgrade damage and just remove banner magic? It'd be too strong then. I actually picked Light Beam for the first time today, removed it in Act 3. Nice! Yeah, let's fucking go! Actually picked Light Beam for the purpose that it was intended to do. Let's fucking go. Also, yeah, I think we're just gonna keep picking combo and, like, win. I don't know. Hey, look! It's Rosmontis. I'd pet the Rosmontis. Let's rest. Oh, man. Pair is a huge upgrade for Rosmontis. Because she, like, has no HP. Time to do some damage next turn. Who's ready for big damage? This actually isn't that big damage. And then we can go, like... Nice. Double preparedness. Oh, she's with Blaze. That's so cute. Gain quick attack, gain a quick block. Wait, why does it remove exhaust? Huh? Wait, huh? What? Nani? The heck is this? The hell is this shit? I guess it's 0 cost. What is quick attack again? 2 damage. So it's like 2 and then 2 as an uncommon with exhaust? What? Is that best daughter mod? Yes. This is Rosmontis mod. We're just gonna not complicate things. Mongus. Gumongus. No, we have to take it, right? We have to take the Mongus. We're required to take the Mogus. Bogungus. How's it going, Raph? Oh, what the hell? That seems really strong. 2. Oh, yeah. I guess this upgrades as 4. I think uncommons, or commons rather, sometimes upgrade as 3. The other interesting thing about this is that it is a 2 play scale. Like, it increases the amount of attacks you can do. So I would almost say that this doesn't even need to upgrade, like, from 3 to 5. It could literally just upgrade to 4 and then add a quick attack, and that's, like, still quite good. Because you're scaling the amount of times you can attack, which is, like, multi-hits, but also synergizes with, like, this and stuff. So, like, this Yeah, I guess this is even like a 2 plus, so 4, 5, 6, 7. So it's like 4. This is like an upgrade of 7. That's like a lot. Yeah. Quick attack, she winks, killing with cuteness. I mean, this is just true. So this card is obviously quite good. The interesting thing is, I really like the play of this card. Like, this does exactly what it is supposed to be doing. Right? For this character, like, in regard to, like, mind expansion and stuff. I also really like that the base deck starts with a power. Right? Because you're kind of like... I don't know. If the fantasy is being a satellite platform where you just, like, throw artillery at people, like, having a power in the base deck as your install that just makes everything go, like, just, like, seems really correct, you know what I mean? Act 1 Amogus is pretty good if you actually remember to use it. Yeah, and I'm totally gonna remember to use it. This? I don't know what that did. Oh, fuck, wait. With mind expansion, it gives you so many attacks. Well, I mean, you know, who would have guessed? Who could have guessed? 2, 4, 8, 16. Shared damage to all enemies. Number of hits depends on energy used. What? So if I put 3, it does 2. How does it do the damage on this card? What? I just want to make a quick comment about the 3 mana power we looked at the start, ignoring the stun chance. I like it doubles the cost but triples the effect of attacks, which is really cool with 0 mana tokens. Yeah, that is really cool. Yeah, for sure, for sure. So I feel like a cool inception of this character would be like, make this not 3 damage, right? You still are benefiting the player to like play a lot of attacks. I like this like install thing, right? And a lot of it is going to be about like playing attacks which generate like token cards that are attacks. You want to play around your synergies for like doubling cards. Like that all seems like really, really cool. Like it's fun, it's satisfying, right? And I think that's like a completely reasonable identity to like play. And then if they have normal hit points and all of the damage is reduced, like seems totally cool. The other cool thing about zero cost cards, by the way, is that it lets you play around with this. So like when you make... Oh. Sure. That makes enough sense to me, Cavalier. Zero cost cards allow you to like, you know, this says combo, but like, yeah, it lets you combo basically. Where you're like, okay, I'll throw a quick attack and then play the actual card. I'll throw a quick attack and play an actual card, right? So this is like shivs on steroids. Which is kind of sick, honestly. I'm gonna pick this because like I keep dying, so maybe I need emergency medical attention. I need emergency medical attention because Rosmontis is too cute and I'm literally dying. Draw some cards. Scales very exponentially with your current energy. Yeah, I mean, it seems like it does a lot of damage. Like, it's kind of overkill. But yeah, I'll reiterate, you know, I think the cool thing about the concept or idea of balance, or just game design in general, is that there are a lot of people who will say, like, guys, the game is unbalanced. How dare you? You have committed a cardinal sin of game design, that something is not balanced. But oftentimes it's valuable to make something that communicates the idea very strongly, and then you can worry about balance later, right? I think that this mod is doing a lot of things right to communicate what they wanted it to be, which is a really good starting point. Lose 2 HP, deal total damage. If the damage calculated is more than 18, gain 1 strength. I'm not super sure I understand why this card exists, but 3 times from strength. So this is a card. So this is interesting. I guess an interesting note is that this is a common card, but it seems to be a payoff. Kind of weird, because you need the strength first in order to get more strength. Also, it deals damage to you. So don't, like, you have low HP already. The opportunity cost of losing HP to play this card already seems really weird. I guess it does a shit ton of damage because it benefits by ×3. I don't know why the additional part of the thing is here. If they just wanted to say that this is like lose 2 HP, deal damage, and then it's ×3 strength scaling, like, I could understand that. Probably because the lose 2 HP like matters a lot for someone who doesn't have a lot of HP. But like this extra scaling part thing is just really weird. But like, why is this here? I'm not sure I fully understand. I wouldn't say she's cute. This girl being Arknight made so many dudes broke. What? I don't understand. Why would you be broke pulling for Rosmontis? You can just 10 pull and then get her. I don't know what you're talking about, Rance. I 10 pulled on this banner and I just got Rosmontis. Like, what's the... I'm really confused. What's the problem? You have streamer luck, so it doesn't count. This was before I was a streamer, though. Oh, I did that. Oh, okay, whatever. That's fine. It's fine. We do way too much damage. It's fine. Remove all your current negative effects. That's really interesting. Is there a cleanse effect? Is there a cleanse effect in the game? Base game? I don't know how to evaluate this card. Damn. Holy shit. Every time that chick pops up, I get fucking jump scared. Whenever I get a Steam notification, and I'm like, holy shit, wait, huh? Just orange pellets, I think? So the rating for orange pellets in that card. It's, like, interesting. I don't know how to feel about it, though. Which one do I want to double? Give me double. Wait, why did that first one cost 2 energy? Wait. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Is the proper term of the weird X card called vectorial scaling? I'm not sure. I have to look it up. Oh, I mind expansion, that's why. Understandable. Oh my god, we have ornamental fan. Wait, does that work when I play copy cards? Oh my god, it does. That's insane. Get him! Quick attack, get him! It's so ridiculous. Oh, I could have played Touching Stars. Bonk. That was a little anticlimactic. It did so much damage, but it's just a slash. That's so interesting. Apply 2 fear to a random enemy each time a skill is played. Add 1 infected to draw pile. What? Huh? 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 Factorial would be 1, 2, 6, 24, 120. The one Arcanite's character I would love to see is either Shaw or W. W, the one I wailed for, and Shaw's my favorite design. Chipmunk, Firefighter. I don't think we can take either of these. We could maybe take Runic Dome and then just... Oh wait, we have a Bogus! We have Bagungus! That's crazy. Every time I play a skill card? No, okay. Oh, if I doubled Hunter, I think that actually would have killed it. Deal 2 sets of 7 single target damage and 3 points of AoE damage. 2 sets of 7 single target damage and 3 points of AoE true damage. Just got a little further in Elfland, and I have to say your waifu might not be set in stone. Oh no. Damn it. Why'd you have to make me excited? Now I wanna play Unicorn Overlord. Damn. No more spoilers. No names. No nothing. Don't tell me anything. This card seems like it's good. Stable Perception. Is she holding flowers? When you deal damage, deal an additional 20% true damage. Well, that's probably really good. Why? Huh? Gain 5 luck if the previous card was a skill. Gain it twice. Perceptive Deprivation? Apply 5 weak 3 fear. Oh. Deal damage to the enemy equal to its current intent. Oh. Deal damage. Damage source is considered the enemy. If intent is not an attack, gain 2 fear. Or give 2 fear. Huh. I think we are required to buy Tiny Chest on this character, but I feel kind of dead. I think it's required. This is the best game. Don't recognize the card art, though. Welcome, JF. Yeah, we are playing a mod. So, to clarify, Design the Spire is... I didn't do the intro. We just started talking about cards. Design the Spire is where we play modded characters and slay the Spire and look at the design of the cards. So that's like how the cards fit into making like certain gameplay, how it achieves like its design goals and stuff like that. We're maybe not the most concerned with balance all the time. Sometimes we are. Sometimes we're quite critical of balance. But it really depends like what lens we're looking at. I would say that this character is rather strong, probably overpowered, but they've got a lot of cool things going on, right? Like, the character in her base game is effectively like an artillery platform, right? So whenever you play an attack, deal 3 damage to all enemies. Obviously, that is rather strong, but it's like a mechanism in order to support playing attack cards, right? So it's like the more attack cards you play, like it gives the player a goal on like what they want to do, which I think is really cool. It's probably too strong though. Similarly, their base deck comes with a power, which is every 3 or 2 attacks you play, it's played twice. And I was just thinking about it, and this card's, now that I'm thinking about it, probably way too strong. I wonder if this could be limited to like once per turn or something, because Necronomicon is a good relic. So the fact that it comes in the base deck is rather strong. Yeah, I would want to look at some way to balance this. But like the effect and idea of the card is really cool. So lovely, a card that does damage equal to the enemy's damage. That's gonna be broken. At least Scapegoat only worked on a single hit attack and requires you to survive the damage first. Yeah, that's certainly is a thing. We're gonna take the damage scaling one though. I think I'm required to buy Tiny Chest. Hate to do it to you, Rosmontis, but I don't make the rules. Oh, we have Birdface turn. I didn't even notice that. We might actually be able to win this run because of how insanely broken this character is. Oh my god. Okay, tactical guidance. I also want to say that I find it really funny how, like, you know, none of the cards, all of the cards are just Rosmontis are, like, I don't think any of them particularly communicate what the card does. So, classic. Art is one of the, you know, easiest signifiers for you to take advantage of because it'll probably be on every card. But, yeah, I don't know what this has to do with tactical guidance or what the card does. Exhaust all your cards and draw that many +1. What the hell? Oh my god, this gets rid of curses! That's insane. It's like a purity that draws you cards. It's kind of neat. It can exhaust tokens and draw cards. That's really cool. That's not what I meant to do. Oh my god. Wait, where did I get energy from? Huh? Did I draw something that gave me energy? It says all your cards, so have fun not having a deck. Oh, Nunchaku. Wait, we're popping off. This is insane. Oh, what the fuck? You turn a corner and before you use a familiar door. Behind that door seems to be a commonly seen backup safe house from Rhode Island. Do you want to check it out? Break in! And we'll get 2 cards if the deck has training upgrade ones. Oh. Interesting. So this is get a curse for some things. Or have a thing from before that does a thing. Interesting. Obtain a relic. Gallopers. Now just get Shuriken? Yeah, and then we're popping off. So glad I'm off work. The special card cleaning days make me feel like I'm back in high school. Like, bruh, I don't want your golden star on my card. This unfortunately seems like one of those, like, oof scenarios. I think you needed a card that gave you the curse infection to choose that option. if it was a card or a relic? I don't know. Stun all enemies for 2 turns. That's quite good. It's two energy. It's like a weird vault. I did check how many cards are actually on this character, but it might be less than the average because we keep seeing combo. So it's possible that there's some issues with the ratios of the cards. I think we're just gonna take this card. It seems rather strong. Book of Stabbing. I might die. There we go. Tactical light evasion. Gain 1 turn of intangibility, gain 2 dexterity. That is immensely above par for an uncommon card. Yeah, even at 2 mana, I question. I guess at 1, it seems rather strong. At 2, it's still kind of like, huh? This is footwork with gain intangible? For 2? I don't know, man. That's crazy. Dex scaling with intangible. Like, intangible is not a 1 energy effect, for sure. Oh, these both have an 8. I was wondering why I kept drawing them. It's because they both have an 8. Hey, look! I know how stun works. I played that one character that has stun in it. Into the blender you go. Yeah, I don't really have much to say. It's just kind of like, you know, obviously, it's kind of like the Ori character, you know, where I'm like, this character seems really strong. They are pretty strong, and I'm gonna kill everything. It's doing like really cool things. Yeah, definitely having like an attack doubler that's just in the deck, and that's like what your character does, is very cool. I have no idea how you would make that balance, though. I guess once per turn. I feel like putting an energy restriction on it would feel kind of bad. Like, maybe if this costed 2 energy, so you, like, really have to commit to it, you can play, like, this plus 1 defend. Also, like, having a 10th card might be a good idea. General heuristics. EP. Upon being exhausted, gain an energy next turn. Unupgradable. This person really likes putting this on everything. Again, I don't fully understand why. Deal 3 damage or draw a card. Draw 2 cards. Wow, that's really interesting. This card is an uncommon because it synergizes with the base deck, probably. That's interesting. I actually think we probably would have lost this run if not for the fact that I had bird-faced Urn. And, like, this. Gain 2 strength, gain 3 energy, and 20 block at the start of next turn, and draw 3 additional cards. This is neat. Finally, a card that's worse than that of a base character's version, but still good because of draft context. Exactly! Yeah! Yeah. See, very cool. Oh, sorry. Even at 2, there's still an intangible that you don't need to give anything up for. Yes, that was in regard to the other card. I agree. Sorry, yeah. It's so embarrassing poor people get their cards stacked with all these unneeded equipment, and if you do what they want, like I did today, they clap and use your card as an example. Like, bruh, if we're going to do this, I would have messed that card up. Again, this really seems like very poor management, and one of those, like, if enough people bring this up to HR, they might do something about it. But, you know, I don't work at your place, you know, but that sounds rough, buddy. This card is very cool. It's like Phantom Killer, except on steroids, which is why it costs 2. Again, I feel like it's really cool that what this effectively does, is that it's like to play on the fantasy of, I'm going to artillery the shit out of you next turn, but next turn I'm gonna do it. You know what I mean? So this character really feels like more offensively slanted silent. That's what it really feels like. And I dig it. It's fucking cool. Immensely overpowered, but very, very cool. Does this not exhaust? Ha. Non-exhausting Dex strength scaling. What is this? 2 inheritors and outriders to the draw pile. What does this mean? Wait, what's the other one? What's the outrider do? I have no idea. I guess you can only show one card. Yeah, I actually think I ran into this problem. You can only, like, show one card. Do this. It's fairly slow, so it's fine. Also, you made inspiration. Yeah, I did, but that was, like, the point of the character. I appear to be dying. Why do I do 19 damage? Deal 20% additional true damage when dealing damage. Those weren't supposed to do 19, right? Is that calculating weird? So this is deal 6. No, that dealt 6 and 3. Was it only for single target? Okay, this should deal 10, then 5, then 2? Dealt 12, 8. I'm so confused. I feel like this might be bugged or something. Get ready. Oh yeah, it's gaming time. I guess it's already at 57, so none of this matters, but here's 2 touching stars. Get 'em. Deal true damage equal to 40% of the enemy's missing HP to all enemies. What the fuck? Why? What is this art with "Give me Warface"? What does that mean? Huh? What? How much does Rosmontis usually bite? Since I don't see much value in her tooth attacks being played again. Tooth attacks? Oh, was that the description of the thing? Was it said tooth? That's incredible if that's the case. Sure, let's do this one. We have no energy relics. This is gonna be incredible. Oh, I guess Black Star is kind of nerfed when you don't have a bunch of... 1, 2, 3. We don't have enough to get 2 events. That's what the buff said. Her every tooth attack is played twice. Yeah, that's really funny. I like that a lot. That's a big meme. Definitely getting kind of exploded by these early turns. Also, I think the condition for combo is wrong. Oh, no, it's not. Never mind. I'm dumb. Just shush. Shush. Just shush. Man, imagine if every Shiv just did, like, 3 AoE damage. That's crazy. Molten Egg. Super useful at this point. What dealt 20 damage? I'm so confused. What is doing the 20 damage? What's happening? Sure, let's get rid of this one. I don't know. I don't think I have a lot of skills. This looks like trouble. Yeah, what is doing that 20 what is the 20 damage coming from? Does 3 and then does 10. What is making 2 extra quick attacks in your hand? It's the card doubler. So when we play 2 things, we get 2 additional quick attacks. Hey Shiki, welcome. So I don't know why, but the quick attacks are doing 20 damage, and that's kind of crazy. Oh, this is cool. This is a really cool card. Just watch Delicious in Dungeon. My friend told me about that one. Hey Yumi, welcome. Wow, welcome everybody. We are playing Anime Girl. Anime Girl Artillery .mov.jpg .deal damage. So we're hoping to, you know, not die, I suppose, but it's looking a little rough out here. How is your day going? Okay. Well, that is certainly... We were getting ready to do a lot this turn, and then we didn't get anything. That's so funny. Oh, I guess I could do this. That seems like a good idea. That seems like the best matchup. Yeah, just do big damage. How is it not dead? There we go. Jeez. Going good. Having some supper before the zombie apocalypse RP tonight. Oh right, yeah, you were telling me about that. Or that is a game that is happening for you. Cool. What's for dinner? I think I'm making grilled cheese tonight. Having ramen? Why did it block that? You're having ramen right now. Cool. Maybe I should remove the 20% damage card. Oh, it doesn't always do 20 damage. I wonder why, what thing is making things do 20% or 20 damage or whatever. YouTube hates ramen confirmed? Clearly. That's 100% the case. I'm glad you teased that apart, Rance. Oh my god, we have pen nib? Holy shit. Dude, we're popping off. I think I have, like, no blocks in my deck, which I find very funny. Does this character have any blocks? Like, any? Nice ice cream. My last attack wasn't an... Or my last thing wasn't an attack, so... I don't know why... that did that. Get ready doesn't do anything here. Unfortunately. When you're done with the run, can you check how many of the powers upgrade to an 8? Sure. To check and see if all of them just upgrade to an 8. Oh, this one doesn't. What's the conclusion you're looking for? Is it like, if you can upgrade enough in 8s that, like, they don't start in your hand or something? Or just in general the goofiness of it? Also, I don't know why the powers glow. What are these? What? Why? The Surf Comic Game 3 Dexterity? Why? Why does this exist? Why is it a common? I don't have much to say about that. What the fuck? Immensely smooth stone. The smoothest of stones. Holy shit. I wonder if we can kill this thing. I don't think we have anything like super crazy in order to do it, so... Oh, maybe this? Oh, but it's gonna cost so much because we don't have enough. Oh. Well, that's too bad. See ya. Oh, if you had ways to discard this, that'd actually be so interesting. What if there was a character that could, like, that had these, like, retain curses, and then part of it is that, like, you discard the retain curses so that... That seems like it'd be really cool. We unfortunately did not do as much damage as I thought we would. Especially since you get to recycle the on-draw effect. Yeah, exactly. That's kind of what I was thinking. I did it the other way around. Doesn't matter, we have enough anyways. I guess we take the broken card. Oh, another one. Is this just we do every time? Let's get a relic. This is a V2. What? I know that this is just like probably mistranslated, right? But it's like, what does the upgrade do? No exhaust. Exhaust. All your cards. All your cards. That's so funny. Oh my god. Just all your cards. Just all your cards. All of them. All of your cards. Even the cards of other characters. All the cards! Yeah, you get all of them. Every card. All the cards. All the cards. That's absolutely correct, Yumi. All of them. Oh, I guess I don't have space in my hand. So many quick attacks. play every attack. Play all of the attacks. Go, attacks. We haven't even flipped him, right? Oh, I'm gonna die to the infection, huh? That's unlucky. True Arknight's fashion. We died to Erignum poisoning. Shit. Shit. That really be how it do. I need to draw tactical guidance. Or we could just do this. Is that a skill? Wait! Why didn't... Wait... Did I not... Was that my first card? Am I stupid? I'm probably stupid. Don't say anything. Just stop typing. You don't need to type, okay? Just stop typing. Just don't type in. Just don't even... Don't even. Oh, this is an attack. Wow. Flower is dumb. No, you're dumb. It's because flag bearer is best girl. Oh, I'm glad you're finally playing with an honest character. Flag bearer was way too OP. How is this character supposed to survive any attacks at all without ornamental fan? I don't know. Maybe if you, like, picked attack cards. Or block cards. Yeah, I'm definitely feeling the mismatch of, like, not having enough blocks and stuff like that. No, you're a very good, smart boy. Have a golden star. Fuck you and your golden star. Get out of here. Okay. Can we bring home the W? That is the question. I don't know what upgrading this does, but we're gonna do it. Let's remove a strike. Give me Warface. I don't know. If this works, I guess it'd be quite kind of strong, right? I'm not gonna do it though. To be honest, I was looking at the fight, thinking there's no way Flower survives the second act. 3 boss. That's so funny. That's really funny. That's super funny, boy. Just choosing not to buy Vajra, I guess. Was there a Vajra there? Oh, I guess we start with 2 infected, so it actually works? Yeah, I didn't consider that. I was actually thinking about the infections, and I was like, oh, that's cool, because, like, you know, if I shuffle infections into my deck, then it goes up. And then I read it, and I was like, oh, that doesn't go up. But, yes, it would have worked in this case. We actually would have started with 2 strength. Oh, that's the wrong order. Damage! Big damage. I wonder if there's gonna be an end screen. That'd be kind of cool. Okie dokie. Fallout. Like the video game? Is this emotional fortification? What is the point of this? Oh, because it installs the block. Okay. Time to die to beat of death. We literally have fucking ornamental fan. What are you talking about? Right, it's 1. A20 brain. Whenever I see throw, I keep thinking of that TF2 shitpost that's like, grenade! Heavy! Throw it back! And then he throws it back. It's like, wow, nice. Oh, are we gonna die on the back of we can't produce block because our only block is ornamental fan? Oh no. Well, did we die? This is 62, and then we die to the burn. Let's fucking go! Alright. Good game. You produce 1 block every 3 attacks, surely that's enough. Alright, well, that certainly was... This certainly was a character. Yeah, so I like the idea of this being in the main deck, and then it being kind of like the unique thing that you install at the start of the fight, and you have to think about the, like, there's still some play in the fact that you need to commit the energy to do this. Every tooth attack? Yes. So, this is a cool idea. I like the idea of playing around with giving them just a strong basic ability that they can, like, use with all of their different, like double my heavy attack, double my thing that puts infections in my deck. Like, that's pretty simple and very cool. It's probably way too strong. I think the starting relic is way too strong. Like, you know? Yeah, so, okay, now that I'm looking at it, yeah, I think the amount of cards that were made was not, like, they didn't actually make that many. Yeah, this is, like, draw card 3 block, this is block, this is heal. So 1, 2 common blocks, super low. And then for these, 1... 2? I don't know why this is a thing. Yeah, so definitely, like, I wasn't particularly convinced by the you know, any of the block synergy stuff. It didn't really seem like that came together at all. Fear is an interesting one. I don't know if this is, like, a keyword that other modders use or something, but I like the idea that this is kind of like bullet, but it scales down by half every time. Because I think bullet is -1 every time. Yeah, a lot of the rares are, like, weird, like, 3-mana cards that it's like, why is this a thing? It's like, you made it AoE so that it was 3 mana, but also it's vulnerable and weak, so it's 3 mana, but it's like, what does this character actually need, right? Like, this character could get away with just a terror copy, and, like, that's reasonable. Or you could flavor it that it's like, it's a skill that, like, when you attack, you apply vulnerable. Which is kind of like, wow, so they're always going to have vulnerable. With, like, some differences. I guess it'd be, like, every 3 attacks apply 1 vulnerable. Like, maybe that's something that's more whatever. But yeah, number of attacks leading to some kind of payoff seems really cool. The character definitely feels a little incomplete. Just based on, like, you know, Like, where are the... Like, you need more blocks in common so that the player can actually, like, win. This, like, convert strength into dexterity thing is just, like, what is... I don't get how that works, right? So I guess this is the other thing, is that there's sort of, like... You have a base mechanic, right? And then you gotta think, like, if this base mechanic is really fun, and, like, I want to use this base mechanic, like, what actually supports that? Whereas I feel like a lot of, like, there's a bunch of, like, random stuff. Like, this is immensely cool. The fact that they put the deal damage and draw card at uncommon, and it does less damage than, like, Pommel Strike. This, if they did this intentionally, is actually, like, pretty keen that they would have done this, because they understand that doubling damage and drawing, like, 4 cards is very powerful, because that's, like, what the character does. So, like, more decisions like that with more fleshed out, like, actual cards seems like it'd be cool. A lot of this random, like, block synergy stuff, I don't really understand where it's coming from, but yeah, like, I had fun playing it. Doesn't seem like it's an immensely complicated, or, like, there isn't a whole lot of depth to it, but, you know, fun to play it, like, one time and just, like, just ram your Annihilator in their face. Whatever it's called. Yeah, Annihilation Equipment. Oh, check in 8 powers, right. I wonder if anybody modded 2B into this game. I'm not sure. I never checked. So this one becomes an 8, I think. So 1, 2... 3... 5 of the powers become an 8. So, yeah. I get the sense also that this creator has a tough time figuring out how upgrades work. Which is, you know, as can be seen by every power simply upgrades to being an 8. This kind of feels like it's lacking in a bit of inspiration. You know, I don't know if it validates all of the, like, this card or like these X cost 3 things. Like, it's not super elaborated on. Also, I wanted to say that this is probably rather powerful. Oops, stun all enemies. This is effectively Vault, except it's interacts with Artifact. And then it's double Vault, but interacts with Artifact. Seems a bit weird. Also seems weird that this character even has this. I guess it's using the stun as a way to bridge between turns where you're setting up. Like, seems like an interesting idea. Probably shouldn't upgrade to 2. Yeah, double vaults for 2 energy. Yeah, seems obviously quite too powerful. So it's like, you know, synergizing that with, like, get ready. Like, I can understand that. Synergizing it with, like, you know, you play Lullaby and then you play your setup powers because they're innate and stuff. It's like, I can see that. But it's sort of like arguable that this is just simply too strong for this character to have. Like, they're already so offensively focused. You know? It seems rather strong. The intangible footwork, but that one has already been mentioned. Oh, yeah. Does the intangible footwork become an 8? I don't remember. Oh, is my thing not looping? It's not. But we're just about done, so. What was it called? This one? This one does not have an 8, but yeah. This one is also just like... Getting intangible is like, you know. There's a reason Flagbearer got most of her stuns removed and she's not even offensively focused. Well, yeah, that's the interesting thing, is that it's like, I didn't remove the stuns from flag bearer because I thought they were immensely broken. Right? Like, I wanted to have ways for flag bearer to manipulate getting to the next turn because that was the focus of the character. I reduced them because stop time simply, like, felt unplayable. Yeah, and then, like, Aegis Bash was just a mid-second but bad. So, you know, I'm just messing. Well, it sounded like a legitimate point. That's the problem. Right? So, I guess, like, I connected getting more time and defensiveness. Like, that's what I wanted to do. But I guess you could look at somebody like Watcher and say, like, well, getting more time with Vault supports being able to going into Wrath. So, like, that kind of makes sense. Like, I almost feel like this character might want something like that. And this is supposed to be that card. It's just, like, double time walking them seems, like, really, really big. You know? Oh, yeah, it's just... I mean, like, no worries. I'm just saying that, like, that almost sounds like a real point. So it's hard to read it sarcastically. It's a lot easier to read things sarcastically when the thing is, like, completely outrageous. Okay, so that was pretty fun. Fun little kind of whatever mod. I would look forward to the next Design the Spire. Please look forward to it. I have a plan, and I think it's going to be really good. So that's going to be next Monday. I am actually going to schedule it for Monday. Please be excited. And that's going to be it. All right. See you later, everybody. I'm going to go. Bye-bye. Is the plan to remember the intro next time? Oh, don't worry. We're going to do the intro next time. Probably, I hope.